Hi everyone, Nikki Wardwell-Sleeth here. I always say that I want to do more book reviews. I read a lot of books per month and per year, and I always intend to share about them and dive right into the next book and forget to go back and do it. So here I am today. I wanted to talk about the book Aetheric Magic by Ike Baker. I was really excited about this one. I had pre-ordered it and it came on basically the first possible day that I could get it. And so I finished reading it yesterday, even though this book just came out. I do highly recommend this. I think Ike has really hit the mark with this in terms of audience. So this is accessible to a very wide array of levels of magical practitioner. So it's not so heady or presumptuous in its in the delivery of the philosophies that a more relative beginner couldn't access it very nicely, but it also provides things that someone who is very experienced can still completely take in and appreciate in their practice at a deep level. So basically, so the gist is that this is a system of procedures, techniques, practices that Ike teaches about and then puts together in a way that you can follow for developing mastery of the etheric layer of your energy body. So that subtle energy that is actually tangible to a point of being both sensed and seen, that you can learn to shift and control inwardly for changing the energetic state of yourself at will, and also that you can project outwardly for affecting change in the atmosphere around you. These are what I call sorcery skills. This is the stuff that you want to be able to do on the fly. Now, he does give ritual and things like that that can be used as part of the personal training, toning, and system of developing this skill. But I think if you were to do these practices the way that he's outlined them, that it would result in on-the-fly sorcery skill. And, this is something that I'm used to teaching in the mage level training classes in my private order. We work on this. We work on these different energetic projections using the elements and different subtle elemental approaches to gain these skills. So I really appreciate where he's coming from with this. And even though I already have a personal system that I use, there are definitely things in here that I would incorporate. And some of the gestures and some of the concepts are things that would seamlessly flow into the practices that I already do and augment them to make them better. So I really appreciate that. And if you don't already have practices like that, then this really gives you, kind of a very well-developed foundation from which to build. I really like, I'm partial to the tripartite philosophy of the energy body in terms of the alchemical salt, mercury, and sulfur. I actually devised a similar organization of principles in my book that just came out also, which is interesting. But, sometimes magicians are tapped into a group mind at the same time, and certain things are at the forefront. So maybe the salt, mercury, and sulfur of alchemy are important right now on many levels. But I appreciated that look at sort of the three-part soul, or the three-part wheels of the energy body, or the triads of the world of the tree of life as they sit within the body. So he talks about all of that. The principles of the spheres of the tree of life as we embody them elemental and alchemical principles as we embody them, and how to work with that, how to come into better relationship with the sensing of what is happening. And it's just both intellectually stimulating and very practically effective, I believe. So obviously I haven't worked through the entire system. I tried a few of the exercises and liked them. And as someone who teaches a lot of occult training tools like this, the exercises in the book are quite good. There are a lot of books out there that have exercises that you can tell have been sort of contrived for the purpose of the book, but these are really well tried, well thought out seeming exercises. I highly recommend this. If you are into developing sorcery skill on the fly or in ritual, I think this is a solid investment.